Hello and welcome to it's actually the very first video I'm recording here for the Maths Wizard YouTube channel, and this video is going to take a look at one of the four key operations which underpin all of the maths that you will do on your GCSE maths course, and that is addition. So we're going to look at some adding with whole numbers and then some adding with decimal numbers. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this example first. So we've got 255 add 783. Now, I know all of you can easily do this with a calculator, but some of you might perhaps need a little bit more help with without a calculator for your paper one. So we've got 783 just here, 255. So we can write this in a column, in columns like this. Then we've just got to do one column at a time. So first of all, we've got 3 add 5, which is 8. There's nothing to carry over. 8 add 5, which is 13. So we write a 3 there, and then we carry our 1 over. Then we've got 7 add 2, which is 9. Add on our extra 1, and we've got 10. So our final answer there would be 1038 for this one. So if we have a look at another slightly more complicated example, so we've got 1592, add 237, add 28. Okay, so again, it's important to line all this up nicely in columns, so I always find it's easiest to put the larger number on the top. Then make sure it's really important you get your place values right. So that's 237, so we've got to write our 2 under our 5 there, and then we've got 28 at the end. So first of all, then we've got 7 add 8, which gives us 15. Add on the 2, you get 17. So we write our 7 there. Carry your 1 across. Then we've got 9 add 3, which is 12. Add on the 2, which is 14. Add on your 1 that you've carried over, and that gives you 15. So we'll write our 5 in there. Carry our 1 over again. We've got 5 add 2 add 1, which gives you 8. And then we've just got a 1 there with nothing else to add to it. So our final answer will be 1857 for this one. So I'm just going to give you 3 now just to practice with. So now it's a good idea to pause your video, just have a go at these questions, take as long as you need, and then you can unpause your video and practice and check your answers, sorry. Okay, and here are your correct answers to these 3 questions. Okay, next thing we're going to look at is just have a look at doing this with some decimal numbers now. So here we've got 63 add 21.4. So we've got an example of a question where we've got a mixture of decimals and whole numbers. So we line it all up like this. So one little tip for you, when you've got a whole number and you're adding it to a decimal number, write that whole number as a decimal. Also, or to do this, all you need to do is just write a 0, so it lines up nicely with your other decimal numbers. This will ensure that you get your place value correct. You don't get the digits in the wrong place when you add them together. So if we take a look at this one, we've got 0 add 4, which is just 4. 3 add 1, which is 4. And then we've got 6 add 2, which is 8. It essentially works pretty much the same as whole numbers, really. It just means that you've just got to get your place value correct. That's sometimes where people make errors with this. So if we take a look at another one then, so this one we've got 58.26, add 3.79. So again, just be really careful to ensure that you line your numbers, you line everything up correctly. You make sure that all your place value is correct. So we've got 9 add 6 on your first column, which is 5. 9 is 15, sorry. So you carry your 1 over. which gives you then 7, add 2 to get 9, add on the 1, you get 0, which gives us the 10 there, sorry, and then you've got 8, add 3, which is 11, add on the 1, you get 12, so you write your 2 there, carry your 1 across, and then we've got our 6 there, so we now have 62.05 for this one. So there you go. We've got a few questions there just to practice with, 3 questions. So if you just pause your video, have a go at those, and then I will show you the answer. Okay, here are your answers to those 3 questions. So there's lots of useful resources online. Obviously, this is just to give you a bit of an overview of it. I would say if it is something you do struggle with, do practice your arithmetic skills, because it will help you on that first paper maximize the number of marks. You know, a third of your, if you're doing the GCSE foundation syllabus with AQA or Edexcel, obviously your third of your grade is going to come from non-calculator questions, and you want to maximize the number of marks there, because often the problems are perhaps a little bit less complex on those non-calculator papers, the wordy questions, and students do generally find the questions a little bit easier, so it's important to make sure your arithmetic is spot on. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. Some other good resources to look at to practice this further. Maths Genie, Corbett Maths are really good if you do want to look at any more questions around this. Okay, thanks very much for listening. Bye-bye.